Guys, welcome to the very, very first episode of That Hashtag Horror Picture Show. I am so super excited to share the Halloween season with you guys, and I am joined by my two lovely co-hosts.
Hello, Sarah here. Halloween is my favorite holiday. Fall is my favorite season. I'm so excited.
Yes, and where'd you go? Wait, who is this?
He just broke out. I had to get him out of Arkham and bring him in.
We have special
Erni permission.
Hey, I'm the Journey now. With the short hair and everything.
Yes.
Yeah, and I love horror. I'm crazy about it. Oh, man, I'm a sick, demented guy. You know this. So, yeah, I love horror movies and shows and everything. Obsessed.
Perfect. Thank you guys for joining us. So we, Sarah and Ernie will be our regular hosts, but we will have like people like Myra and Kelly from time to time. We have things like pumpkin ale tasting. We'll be doing pumpkin carving. We'll be doing a video game night stream with Achievement Unlocked. Where we'll play things like Friday the 13th and Five Nights at Freddy's and give our reviews on that. We're going to talk costumes and horror films, and we're just going to cover it and give you tips and tricks for the Halloween season. So for our very first episode, I think I want to get into like our favorite Halloween memories and our favorite Halloween costumes. Because I know I cosplay on a reg. I was looking for pictures. I was like, wait a minute, no, this wasn't Halloween. This was like WonderCon, and it's so many costumes I have to go through. But we'll start with Ernie. Ernie, what's your favorite thing to do around the Halloween season and to dress up as? Do you have a regular costume you go to?
I don't always really dress up. Special occasions I'll dress up, but I don't really go for the whole costume thing. I just go enjoy, have fun.
So you go to Halloween parties and you don't dress up? You're that guy?
Oh, you're that guy.
You're that guy?
I'm that guy.
Why are you even there?
You could be like Jim from
because
The
I'm there for the
Office.
alcohol.
Oh my god.
The alcohol bit, yeah. And like, especially, it's perfectly planned. You know how I'm in the 90-day, like, thing I'm doing? Yeah. That perfectly and conveniently ends on Halloween midnight.
Oh, so it's only a temporary thing.
Well, no, the 90 days are up on Halloween.
Yeah.
So it's like...
That's what she's saying. You were doing a temporary thing.
Oh, yes, temporarily.
Okay.
I'm going to be able to drink again, not as heavily, because I kind of like this healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
But I do want to occasionally have my favorite beer with my favorite people. And Joe gives me dirty looks every time he offers me a drink, and I'm like, dude, you know I can't.
Yeah.
And then
but I'm so proud of you for actually sticking through the 90 days, because it can be tough.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been ridiculous.
But now you're going to go out with a bang on the best holiday ever.
At midnight, though. I have to hold out
take
till
it
midnight.
Far. Don't take it too far. You'll just be like over it too. You'll probably have like one drink, be like, eh.
One or two drinks. I don't think I'll get too smashed. It depends. I don't know. And I'm still thinking if I'm going to dress up this Halloween or not. Mm-hmm. But I do like going to parties. If on occasion I do like going to trick or treating with like my friends' families if they're doing it.
That's fun.
But kids nowadays don't like trick or treating so much. Mm-hmm. At least the ones in my family.
Well, I don't know if it's so much they don't like trick or treating. I know tons of kids who do, but they go to specific neighborhoods.
Oh, the one that I've noticed a lot of my friends' families do, they go to the mall.
Yeah, the mall is a big one.
They used to do that.
They go to they rather go to the mall and trick or treat there instead of going around the neighborhoods because they think it's safer. Yeah. And I'm like, I understand, but come on. I remember going from house to house and in the rich areas where they actually give you money.
They give you money, or they actually give you
the
full
size
candy bars.
Candy bars. King size.
My dream is to live in a neighborhood where kids will come so I can pass them out candy. Mm-hmm. I remember the first time I got to be the one to do it, and only 5 groups of kids showed up. I had so much candy left over, and I was incredibly disappointed.
I've never done that with my family. Never give out candy.
Well, are you from LA area?
Yeah, LA area. It's just my mom. It's just the way she's like, no.
Oh,
I was like, I want no soliciting in my house.
Light turned off. No one comes in.
It's not like you don't have trick-or-treaters that come over.
I have kids that
come
your mom.
Yeah, she's we have a gate in front of our house, and she also turns off all the lights.
Yeah.
To kind of let them know, I'm this house ain't with it. It ain't with it. So
we have kids in my apartment building, and they've come and knocked on my door on Halloween. So my roommate and I make sure now that we have a little tiny bowl of candy outside, just in case we have the kids who knock, and they're so cute.
Yeah, I
love it.
I love it. I love it too. I love the Halloween season. It gets joyful, and then all the movies and all the excitement that next to Christmas time. I think I like Halloween more than Christmas. To be
It's
honest.
it's always teetering on the edge for me because it used to be Halloween #1, but recently in my adult years, like I really loved Christmas. Like I love the act of gift giving and I love the spirit because being an adult, like throughout the year, you're just like bogged down by so many responsibilities and just the ways of the world. But around Christmas time, it's like everyone kind of is in a higher spirit, and that's kind of what I like to surround myself with. So.
That's right. Like you get the blend. You can do like the Nightmare Before Christmas stuff, and like like holidays is really great. Like if you go into those like kinds of horror series, but like me and Halloween are like best friends. I just love getting to dress up and be because I don't do cosplay. So I don't go and like dress up as my favorite characters all the time. Like it's very specific to this holiday for me.
So it's very special.
It's very special.
Question for you: you actually cosplay, so how different does it feel when you are costuming for Halloween compared to cosplaying? Like, is it just because one, you're trying harder and being very accurate with the details versus Halloween, which is like, hey, I just want to like dress up as something fun and
Right.
So what's the difference?
I usually nowadays Halloween's like my practice.
Okay.
Because at the conventions, it's so, I wouldn't say it's so hardcore or competitive, but there's a certain level there.
It is, yeah.
And it's sad, like people must meet. Because, I don't make fun of cosplayers. There are a lot of people, and I even have a couple friends who will make fun of certain cosplayers if they don't accurately portray the character, and I don't think that's fair. Some people don't have the resources. They just want to have fun. But
What's so great about Halloween?
Yeah, exactly, which is so great. So that's usually my practice run. And like
so
one of
you
my
guys
pictures
saw
here,
our
which
big
we'll talk about
shopping
later.
excursion.
I did a Joker run because
And,
Joker's not someone I would regularly cosplay. But I was like,
and our
let me try
rebuild,
this
and
for
I
Halloween
managed
and
to
see how
spend
this
like
plays off.
$8
That's so fun.
and some
But I kind of just want to rewind back a little bit to
I
the
spent
trick or treating
$5.60.
stuff, which was
Yeah.
a good topic of
And
conversation.
Ernie came back
because I
with,
live
like,
in the
80
city,
something
and nobody
cents
comes
and
to my door. I'm so
change.
sad
And
because
some
I want to do
And
the
he's like,
pass out the candy
Yeah.
thing.
100%
What do you
naked,
guys
so
think on like
story.
adult
You go
trick or treaters?
first.
Do you think there's a
Tell
certain
us what
age
you
where
know.
people should not be trick or treating?
Trick or treat. If you want to
So
come
we
up to
waited
my
for you
door
guys to-
and knock on
And
it
then me and
and ask
Desiree
for
went to,
candy,
the
I'm going to give it to you. I don't think
And we
trick or
bought
treating
chips,
should be
sodas,
considered
and
a
Red Bull.
child-only thing.
Yeah,
I don't
and,
like that at all.
Yeah.
Then we went to
What's
the
it
park,
matter if
we
I'm like
caught up.
25 and
Yeah.
as long as you dress up.
Yeah.
If you just show up in a hoodie
So we
and some
hung out,
sweats, I'm
we
gonna be
went
like,
down
get
the
off my
side.
porch. But if you show up, you
Looked
put
at some
in
ducks
effort
and
and you're in
geese.
a costume
Had a
and
good
you
time.
ring the bell,
Kinda picked up the leaf.
absolutely.
I feel like when it comes to trick or
And now I'm
treating,
naked
it's
on
kind of
camera
like the
with
the
just
same
a
concept
leaf
of going to
coming
Chuck E.
right
Cheese. It's like when
And
you're a
also
kid,
boxers,
you need an
of course,
adult to go to
family
Chuck E.
gets
Cheese, and when
Yeah.
you're an adult,
I'm
you
not
need a
gonna go
kid
start
to go to
taking
Chuck E.
it.
Cheese. And I feel like that's the same way with like trick or treating.
You
It's
have to
like
chat on that.
when you're a kid, you should have an adult with
You're
you
gonna have to
because
super
it's
chat.
If
safe.
you
You want the
But when you're an
boxers
adult, you
off,
should probably have a
then
kid
you
with
The
you
next
because that's just creepy.
episode, Ernie will.
But why is it creepy?
Yeah, that's gonna be on the
Showing
anime
up in
episode.
random
We
people's
talk
houses
about,
and it's like trick or
No,
treat.
it's
Oh,
not-
and you're
it's
serious
not
when you
fan
trick or
service,
treat.
then yeah,
You give me
I'm gonna
candy or I'm an adult. I'd
gonna
say
make
I will
Gargoyle
egg
make
the
it.
shit out of your house.
That's a fan.
Okay,
I have the money for
teenagers
that.
do that.
So I would expect
So,
nothing less
Ernie.
from you.
I'm just saying. I was told
Ernie is
like,
like,
I was 12 years old.
I stick to the
we
rules
took
of
on
trick or
fan.
treat. I stick to the
Wait, what is your
rules of trick or treat. The rules of trick or treat. That's what
can
you
you
get.
guys
You get
get-
candy or you get a trick. Trick or
What do you
treat.
think?
No, I agree. Like, I haven't gone trick or treating
Devil May
past the
Cry?
age of
Yes.
17 or whatever. But I'm like, maybe this year I'll just try it. I look like I'm 16 anyway.
I really want to
Yeah, we could do it. We could totally do it. I'd like to
like
trick or treat in LA and see how that goes. But no, I agree. And plus, like you said, you have all that leftover candy. I mean, who cares at that point? Just give it out. You know, you don't really want to deal with all that leftover candy.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, what do you-
Viewers?
What do you guys think in the comments? Let us know. Would you go out trick or treating if you weren't going to get that stigma of like, what, you're not 10 years old?
Yeah. Like, do you think there should be an age limit?
Or do you want to go trick or treating with us?
Oh yeah, Blackwing or Ryan or Anna. But let's talk about our costumes. I'll start off.
Like our past costumes?
Yeah, our past
Okay.
costumes. At work, we usually have a costume contest. So
Yeah.
not last year, but the year before. I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do for this? Because I want to win. It was like the top 3 prizes, gift cards. So I did a play on the Joker. Before I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do for this? Because I want to win. It was like the top 3 prizes, gift cards. So I did a play on the Joker. So I do something called closet cosplay. So I had like these like leather legging pants, and I was like, all right, cool, in my closet, I put that on. And then I was like, one iteration of the Joker, he has like a purple blouse.
Oh, that looks awesome.
Yeah, like a purple blouse. So I was like, let me buy that. It was like $5, and then I have white face paint because I do Harley Quinn.
Right.
So I did that, and I YouTubed this YouTuber called Jordan Hans. I love watching her videos. And made you look, and I was just like, all right, let me try to do some kind of cool ass makeup here. So I have to really work on doing mouths, but that's kind of, I spent the morning doing that, about 30-45 minutes. So I came in 3rd place.
What?
Yes, that, and there's another picture put up with what's his name, Immortal Joe from what was that film? Mad Max.
Oh,
Mad
Fury
Max.
Road.
Okay.
Yeah, so he got 1st place, but I was just like. It came out really well. I was really happy with it. People were really freaked out because I was working at the front desk at the time, and they were just like, what the? I was getting the elevators with people, and they were like, oh my God, I'm so scared right now. So no, that was a fun time. That's one of my favorite costumes, even though that's not something I would regularly cosplay.
It's so great.
Yeah. That's Immortal Joe right there.
Awesome.
Wow.
And he was great. This guy's like 60 years old, and he did that costume, and I was like,
He's
all right.
60?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like,
Bro.
yeah.
He's got some nice abs.
He does. Another one of my favorites that I did, this was for what was previously known as Kamikaze, which is Stanley's Comic-Con.
Yeah.
They usually have it on Halloween, their last day.
Okay.
I did The Crow last year.
Yes, you did.
I
What a
listened to
great
The Crow
one.
soundtrack all my life and never saw the movie until earlier this year.
Did you love it?
I loved it. It was
Okay.
the best, one of the best movies
You know
I've
he
ever
died,
seen.
right?
Yeah, I know the whole story with Brandon.
Oh, shit.
Lee.
Oh.
But yeah, that was the take
That
on
looks
that.
amazing. I'm getting inspiration for this year. I'm so behind. I normally pick my costume like 6 months out, and I have no idea what I'm gonna do.
I mean,
It's
seriously,
true. It's like sexy crow.
It's
thank
it works,
you.
it works for guys. It works for guys. As you know, I say, oh, if you want to look sexy, you're either Zorro or the sexy crow. It's like, it's like that's how guys go. But like, oh, I want to look sexy.
again, the outfit came from my closet. I reused the pants I did for the Joker. I had that silky blouse thing. If you have white face paint, you have black face paint, you can do so many things.
Yeah.
Like, you got, I don't know if you're aware.
I just don't like face paint, so
yeah,
I can't deal with it.
Go with Mayron Paradise Paints, people. If you want a good face paint, just use that. you don't sweat it off, and it easily comes off with soap and water as well.
That's so rad.
Yeah.
You look great.
Thank you so much.
Nailing it.
Sarah,
Yep.
what do you got?
So I don't know what order these are going to pop up in. So just surprised me. I take Halloween, like I said, very seriously. There was like an 8-year span of my life where I wasn't able to dress up. So then once I was able to dress up, I'm like,
Is there a reason why?
And why weren't you able to dress up?
or to celebrate Halloween.
Oh, okay. That would have drove a whole,
So this one is actually me when I was working at Build-A-Bear Workshop, and we did.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I worked there for a long
You
time.
worked at Build-A-Bear?
Yeah, I worked at Build-A-Bear for like 6 years.
Wow.
This is me and one of my best friend's cat, and of course
She's a cat.
was Sally. Yeah, she's cat. The cat.
so cute.
I was Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas, and I actually won the competition that year, which is awesome. Go for it. What's the next one? I don't know what we're gonna see.
Oh yeah, so the 8 years that you weren't
I
able
was
to
working
costume.
Halloween Horror Nights, and
that's
and
what
so
you
we don't
seen
get to
at.
dress up. But this is me getting ready to be Bellatrix from Harry Potter.
Lestrange?
Bellatrix Lestrange.
Oh,
You look like a
she's so
totally
dope.
different person.
She's my favorite. Makeup does a lot, guys.
Oh my god.
I tease the crap out of my hair. You can go to the next one. And I bought that dress at like Hot Topic just because I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
That
And then
topic.
I
That's where people go to
Yeah.
like get cheap costumes. Well, expensive cheap
this was
costumes.
last year. We were just witches.
So adorable.
That's my BFF and producer for Hashtag Show,
Yes,
Kiki. That's what, I have that wig because I've done Khaleesi, and so I just took that wig and a dress from my closet.
That's like
got a hat from
super brilliantly white.
yeah,
I like
from
it.
like the 99-cent store, which
So
was really fun.
Completely washes you out.
Oh yeah, I mean this one is the
Oh, the April O'Neil.
and if you look at the Michelangelo on the bottom, that's actually Rob who does BBN and does Star Wars. This is how long I've known him. This was the first time I got to dress up for Halloween Horror Nights because there's an after party.
Wow.
So I actually had all the turtles,
Yeah.
and a Casey Jones, and it was pretty rad. But again, if I wasn't with one of them, no one knew who I was.
Because you didn't have the full
I didn't
orange
have
jumpsuit.
the jumpsuit,
Yeah, the
but I did
jumpsuit.
what I could do, and that works. Like yellow and
You even
white.
have the mic.
Yeah.
Sometimes
And
all you need.
There's a pizza.
Oh, you
pie.
had that old school 80s mic.
Yeah.
Yes, I
I
had
like
one of those.
echoes.
Yeah.
This is the year I did Sailor Jupiter.
Oh.
But I did a schoolgirl version, so
Oh, okay.
you can't really see it. But I actually made it, and sticking out of the bottom is my pen, my transformation pen that I made.
Okay.
Oh, you made it?
I made it.
I was
You
gonna
made
say,
it?
how much did you pay for
Yeah.
that?
Oh no, I made it out of like these melty beads. One of my best friends is really crafty. I am not, and she's like, "Well, let's figure this out." And so we made it and like molded it on top of an actual pen, and I could push the top and it writes.
You're gonna have to do it.
So it was really, really cool. Keep going. I said so many.
Oh, wow.
That's my
Okay,
Khaleesi that I
Khaleesi.
did. I actually found the dress for it at Jet Rag on La Brea. On Sundays they do like $1. Everything outside is $1. So it was like this white burlap dress, and I dyed it blue. So it was more like her like season 2 outfit.
Do
And
you know
then
what kind of dye you used for that?
just
Was it-
any regular clothing dye. It wasn't anything special. And then I have a Drabbit. That's my Drogon.
Drabbit?
It's a Drabbit. If you ever go to the conventions, you always see the people with the dragons on their shoulders.
Yeah.
And that's what this is. This is my Helena from Orphan Black was the last one, which was really fun. No one knew who I was that year, but that's fine. I did, and that's what
I've never
matters.
seen Orange.
I know. I'm sorry. I wouldn't know you were either.
Yeah, oh, he
Yeah.
popped it back up. So, yeah. So
I'd be like, are you
big
Angelina
one.
Jolie from Girl and
Yeah.
Twisted?
You
It's
just look
okay.
like a scary girl. That's
I'm
all.
just going to pull
You
up
look
a
like
photo,
Ernie's Saturday Night Date.
right? Hold on, I'm going to pull up a
Well,
picture.
they look like that for a reason.
Yeah, so if you watch Orphan Black, that's who I was that year, and it was pretty fun.
I've never
And I just
seen
spoke
Orphan
with
Black.
like a Russian accent, and I was like, no. And they're like, where are you from? And they're like, are you from Russia? I'm like, duh.
While rolling your eyes?
Oh,
Nah.
there goes a full,
Nah.
full
Yeah, this is the
costume.
full thing.
Nice.
That's furry. What's
And,
that around your head?
It's supposed to be a parka, but I didn't own a parka at the time, so I just sewed it to the hood of my my green thing.
Very
but that's what she looks
crafty.
like in real life.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
wow. Okay. That makes sense.
So, and Kiki was Lumpy Space Princess.
Oh, very, very
Yeah.
Love
nice.
that.
We go all out, and it's fun.
And then Ernie, the non-dresser up, doesn't.
Yeah,
He
I
said
really
no.
don't. I don't dress up. So this is my favorite costume that I ever did,
Oh.
and it's actually probably my favorite story too. So one of my favorite comic books of all time is called Fables, and they're basically it's like a modern story of all your classic kind of Disney fables, but also non-Disney. So this is supposed to be the big bad wolf.
Oh, okay.
So they call him Bigby, and he's a detective now. But before, he was the wicked wolf that killed most of the Three Little Pigs.
Mm-hmm.
He also is the first werewolf. So he transforms. That's why he looks in human form. And so I love this character a lot, especially if you ever played the game Wolf Among Us. Same guy, same comic book. And
that's cool.
And it sucked because when I went, this was for Kamikaze, the last year was called Kamikaze, nobody knew who I was. Nobody. I had the cigarette, I had the teeth. Look, and I thought I was pretty. I thought I was pretty.
It looks really good.
I had the authentic facial hair, authentic hair, and there was one other guy who cosplayed as him too, but he had a wig, fake beard, didn't have the eyeshadow or the teeth. I went all out. I went all out, and nobody got it. Joe got it, and actually, and this is why my favorite Halloween story, because this Kamikaze was when Joe actually put me into hashtag.
Really?
I was wearing that costume, and that was when I got hired into hashtag.
He's like, look at that guy. I want him.
Yeah,
The biggest cosplay fan of the group.
And I had gone with my brother and his now wife, and it was a fun time I had. And I don't dress up that often.
Yeah.
My other costume that I wore, which wasn't that day, is the one that involves this jacket.
That's what you said you made that.
Yeah, so I ordered the jacket just itself from Amazon, and it cost $20. And then I spray painted the Arkham logo. I even put Arkham Asylum in the back.
That's
there you
so
go.
rad.
Yeah.
All stenciled, and I spray painted it on, and then even the number on there is legitly his number from Arkham. I went into the comic books, and then I had the mask that they gave away they sold during Comic-Con, which was the one where his face is peeled off and stapled back on.
Yeah.
And I was wearing that mask around. So those are the two actual cosplay costumes I ever wore. But then I did try doing a costume for work because obviously offices do contests.
Yeah, right.
My first one ever when I was 18, my first job, we worked it was a shipping facility, so I got a bunch of boxes, cut them out, and I made what I call a Mexican Transformer. So I was a Transformer box that whenever I kind of went on my knees, I was just a regular shipping box. And then I'll stand up and Transformer. Problem about it is that after I completed it, after a minute, it started falling apart, and I didn't win. But the second time I won was when I stole JD's costume as Baymax, took it to work, and I won.
That was great.
Yeah, I stole the costume. Well, Myra stole the costume, and then I stole it from Myra, and now I have it.
Thieving all over the place.
Oh, yeah, but hell, they got little fans in the butts. It's dope. I love that costume. It blows up. It's like I'm a walking blimp.
Yeah. I mean, you have simplistic costumes that, a lot of people don't like to dress up.
Oh, I don't.
If you go to a party and you want to just do something. My favorite thing is they had an episode of The Office where Jim was like, I'm not dressing up. So he did I'm a 3-hole punch. So he put 3 little pieces of paper on there. Or he would put a name tag into somebody else's name. Just I'm Bob.
I'm somebody else.
I'm Bob. So that's good. Do you guys have any ideas of what you're doing this year?
No.
Me either.
I
have
so
no
behind.
idea why I have not brainstormed yet.
We should let our viewers decide for us.
Take a vote.
Just don't make it something ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm open to some suggestions.
Somebody before I cut my hair, people were telling me that I should be Jon Snow because they thought I looked like Jon Snow.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I can't pull off Jon Snow. I can pull off Juan Snow. But I can do Juan Snow. And instead of the big black bird jacket, it would be a poncho with furry stuff on it.
Oh my god!
I would need something
And then a
that
chihuahua,
people could
a giant
recognize me
chihuahua.
outside of a group. Outside. I need I don't want the April O'Neil thing to happen again.
But you haven't done Rogue? Rogue's one of your favorites?
I did casual Rogue to a friend's Halloween party, but I never took pictures. Or
the
anything.
whole spandex Rogue
No,
thing.
I just did jeans, a black t-shirt, and then I had a brown jacket, and I just put an X on it.
What is your guys' take on spandex? Because, it's different for guys. We worry about our bulge. But what about you girls? What do you guys do about spandex? Are you comfortable with it?
A lot of people can wear bodysuits underneath. Just so, otherwise, it's just going to ride right up. So,
yeah, the only thing I'm scared of is the dreaded camel toe.
Yeah. So,
we get the camel tail. But, it's not so bad for guys. Girls, there's that self-esteem issue where they feel
also,
they're not comfortable in it.
It hugs every curve of your body, whether you want it to or not.
And then certain girls complain when, just the way that they're built, their suit doesn't completely compress. So if they have an arch on their back, it doesn't stick to the body. It just kind of
Yeah, you have to
It's
cinch it with
tense.
a belt. Like the spandex I have for Storm, I have to wear it with a belt. So, which is fine because I have my X emblem right there. But yeah, it won't conform to those curves on your back. But it will on your ass. And your boobs. Ew. But yeah, no, because I'm not conservative, but I barely wear a bikini to the beach. Like I like one pieces. So like when I'm in spandex, I kind of feel naked, but I'm like, plenty of other girls do this. Guys do it. I mean, I can't walk around in spandex. But the biggest thing about that is like the heat factor of it. I don't want to be like trapped in spandex.
I mean, the whole goal for guys is make sure you're ripped enough, not for summer, but for Halloween, so you can wear very little for. This is more comfortable. That's just plus you. If girls can dress slutty, guys can dress slutty too.
Because I really want to do
slutty opportunity.
I really want to do Gail from Sin City. Like I have to go to the gym for like 2 weeks and get it. But I really that's my cosplay goal for next year.
You got it.
I'll probably do Baywatch.
The Rock.
Like Jason
or
Momoa.
Zac Efron.
Jason Momoa.
Because then all I have to do is walk around with like just red shorts and then the little floaty life thingy.
Yeah, you can do it. I mean, yeah, you can do it. You can totally do it.
I still got a long ways to go.
Speaking of costumes and cosplay, we are about to hit Stan Lee's LA Comic Con, which for me would be the end of my convention season. That is, for the first time this year, it is not taking place on Halloween. It's going to be October 27th through the 29th at the LA Convention Center, which, in my opinion, is the worst place to be at. I am not a fan of the LA Convention Center for conventions.
I have no problem with it.
No?
Mm-mm.
I'm like iffy about it. Like I like how there's a lot of different bars and activities around there.
But
The Novo, it's like great for after parties. I mean, especially the Kamikaze after parties, which still happen, but that after party is amazing. It's great, and I love the Novo. I love that theater.
I just like it's close, it's convenient. Yeah, it's a really large convention center, but I just like they can fit everything in.
And then it's like food trucks, and then the hot dog vendors outside. It's like just take some cash with you, $20, and you'll be fine. Your water's out there cheap, food's out there cheap.
I think I'm just spoiled because, we go to San Diego Comic Con and literally everything is outside. You step outside, it's there. I'm in a hotel 2 blocks away from the convention center. It's got a certain vibe, which the Anaheim Convention Center has, especially if you are a cosplayer. It just has a good outside vibe. At the LA Convention Center, it's like you walk out and it's like concrete jungle. Look at all this construction going on. And we go back inside, which is why everybody congregates in the Atrium Center. But yeah, there's another year. Oh, I have a story about this. Okay, so
the spray painted
this is
body.
one of my Mystique looks. But I was sitting with my friend. We were eating.
I would not even recognize you.
Yeah. I was sitting there eating with my friend, and I see this guy who on my right is dressed as Star-Lord, or on my left in the picture. And I'm looking at him like, that guy looks like Chris Pratt. I was like, that guy really looks like Chris Pratt, guys. And so my friend's like, oh, that's my friend over there. So he walks around, I'm like, you're friends with Chris Pratt? And I thought I was going crazy. But then throughout the whole convention, like we were walking as a group, and people thought I was like some kind of reverse Gamora. I don't know why they thought I didn't think Gamora was green, but I wasn't Gamora.
That's true. That kind of completely ruined it. I would have said you look like Gamora. Too.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd be like, sweetie, you got the wrong color. I'm sorry. I'm just telling you, it's like your costume looks great. Just you picked the wrong color.
Right.
But I wasn't the only one. We were getting followed the entire time by people walking up, either seriously, legitimately thinking this guy was Chris Pratt, or they wanted the picture and they're like, you look like so much like Chris Pratt. Oh my God, take a picture. Because this was first when the Volume 1 came out.
Volume, there was so many Star-Lords.
Yeah, and he was like a really good accurate. And this was his fiance that was Rocket Raccoon. So she was just like in the corner like staring because we went to an after party and all these girls came up and started hitting on him. And I was like, oh my God, I feel so bad for you right
He got
now.
it right. He got it right.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the next sexy cosplay.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt, just Chris Pratt.
Just Chris Pratt.
Just Chris Pratt. Have you guys experienced LA Comic Con, which was previously known as Kamikaze? Do you like it? What are your thoughts? How does it rank?
Oh, I love how they give the actual convention center gives booths candy to give out to kids who are trick or treating in the convention.
Very cute.
Like that's so awesome. And like the booths don't buy themselves; the convention center provides that. And that's awesome.
Yeah.
For me, a lot of conventions to me kind of run together and seem exactly the same, with the exception of San Diego, because that's where all the big stuff comes out.
Right.
I don't do a lot of panels. I like to just kind of check out the merch and hang out and see the people. So in that aspect, to me, in the end, a lot of the merch is always the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's kind of like, which one do I want to go to? That's more convenient.
Yeah, exactly. And they kind of call this more cosplay con.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I do agree, because I went to WonderCon and there wasn't much going on there. Or even San Diego Comic-Con, there wasn't much going there. But when you go to Kamikaze, and probably because it's so close to Halloween, you see a lot more cosplayers there. And it's
that makes
really
sense.
good. Yeah, it's really good people watching session. But I'm kind of worried because Stanley has been canceling a lot of his appearances lately.
Because he's like 105.
And he's getting there. And his wife just passed away.
His wife just passed away.
And he kept
he's
working.
not far behind.
And he kept working after she passed away. Like, he's a devoted guy, but I mean, I'm sure he'll make an appearance for like a little bit.
Yeah, he might make a couple more appearances, but yeah, because even he stopped flying over for overseas shoots to make those cameos.
Yeah.
He's like, you either got to shoot the cameo in LA or like I can't make it. Like
Or
a couple years back,
he started shooting in bulk now.
Yeah,
It's
like
like
they shot a chunk of them.
Yeah.
he's got already his footage for like the rest of like
The next 10 films.
Yeah, the next 10 films or something.
Stanley's like my forever wallpaper on my phone. Like, I met him at an event, and I didn't have to pay $100 to come take a picture with him. But he is just like the sweetest, nicest guy. And I'll send in a picture so you guys can see it full size. But I'll be very sad. What do you guys like think's gonna happen? Like to the nerd world, it's gonna be like a sad convention
It'll be
season.
a sad day, but at the same time, some other people have been running Marvel for a very, 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 very long time. He's been the face for a long time. So as far as like the business side of things,
No, I don't think that's gonna change at all. But just like the mood of the community is, yeah.
Well, if you ask Dave Baker, he will celebrate.
He has his vendetta against him.
Oh my gosh. Well,
He still respects him. It's just he doesn't think he's the actual real father of Marvel, right?
yeah.
Yeah. You would have to ask Dave Baker his entire diatribe on Stan Lee. It's actually very informative and interesting because it's all accurate.
Dun dun dun. Okay, well that's horrific.
I get it. Horrific.
It's like, ooh, insert cricket noises here. Okay. Okay. Horror shows. I am a big fan of horror shows. I think television is it's killing it for the past decade, maybe almost.
Well, not because movies suck.
Yeah,
But most of the horror movies
No,
suck
but
now.
yeah, that also too. It's just this year that horror movies have really been stepping up their game.
Yes.
Mostly thanks in part to Universal and Blumhouse, the relationship between those two. Because in the old days, Universal killed it with the creature feature films.
Yeah.
Right.
So a lot of people don't realize like Universal really like pioneered a lot of the films that we know today. But in terms of television shows, is there one that you guys favor over the other? Whether it's like American Horror Story or
My
Twilight
all-time
Zone?
favorite horror show, which is honestly like top 5 favorite TV shows of all time, is Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll do that.
All right, I'm with Sarah on that
was great.
one.
That was great.
Yeah.
Oh, so is that your choice too? Tales of the Crypt?
Number 1 horror show of all time.
Yeah.
So I watch a lot of different horror shows because I mean that's my favorite. I mean there's a few I haven't seen because it just doesn't catch my attention. But I think I gotta say my favorite TV show one is gonna be Black Mirror.
Black Mirror is very
Black
good.
Mirror is great. I love how every episode is different. And I mean it started off with they get a guy to fuck a pig.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a weird
the Prime Minister.
introduction. Yeah.
So
but the thing
awesome.
is kind of perfect because it set up exactly what that show was going to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like it's British too, right? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
British. So I love it.
There's
I mean,
only 4 episodes a season.
that's great. I love it. They're just straight up, and they're like an hour, even an hour and a half long. Sometimes.
Yeah, just because with British series they only air 3 to 4 episodes, so they want to make sure like
Get it
it's
all.
worth it because it was like another year and a half.
I just love
But it's so good.
what I love about Tales from the Crypt, not just because of the Crypt Keeper, like
Oh, yeah.
and that laugh will be forever like burned into my brain. I love that like the stories they told were like terrifying because they were real-ish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite ones is the Santa Claus one where like the psych ward.
Oh wait.
And, right? I think that's a first season episode. I'm not positive, but I'm
That's
pretty
my
sure it is.
Christmas episode.
It's so good. Like, some guy breaks out of jail or the psych ward or something,
Yeah.
and like he's in a Santa, he like kills a Santa, like a mall Santa, puts it on, and this woman's just like, "Come on, Santa, let me help you," but he is there to murder you.
But that's
Like
not the
this-
best part. She kills her husband in the very beginning.
Oh yeah.
So, and she can't move the body because there is a snowstorm. I think it is. Yeah, it's just, it's really like short, really good stories. A lot of famous actors have been on this.
Oh my gosh.
Brad Pitt, Demi Moore, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Basically anyone who's famous now has been on that.
Has been on this show.
Yeah. Do you guys remember the show Fact or Fiction?
No. Oh, wait. That sounds very familiar.
Oh, this one's so dope. There were some of them were creepy stories, but they're all pretty much creepy stories, thrillers. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, the show would show you maybe like 5 or 6 clips, and they won't tell you if they're true or not. Mm-hmm. And so you'll watch these, and through the whole episode, you're trying to figure out, all right, this one seems like it would be real. Mm-hmm. This one seems just straight out fake. And at the end of the episode, they'll be like, all right, guys, so here it is. This episode, did you think it was fact or is it fiction? And I was like, well, sorry to say, yes, this is a fact. This story actually happened for reals. And like, you'll be like, no way, that is so creepy. And like, some of them are horror, some of them are ghosts. And like, it was so thrilling because like, you're basically playing a game every episode. And I would sit there with a notebook and be like, all right, this one, that's gotta be fact. That's gotta be fact. That is fake as hell fiction. That's fiction. And I love that show so much. It was fun.
I'll have to check it out. I'll have to do that if I can find some episodes. I've never seen that.
Yeah, you know what's actually really creepy, and nobody would come up with this if you're like, what's your favorite horror TV show? Unsolved Mysteries.
Oh, I love Unsolved Mysteries.
Creeped me out. I was a teenager, and I begged my mom to move into the basement because it was a big basement. It felt like a mini apartment.
Yeah.
And when I just watched one too many Unsolved Mysteries, and I moved upstairs the next day.
Murderers and stuff. I love true crime.
Yeah, but it's unsolved crimes. I'm like, oh my god, this psychopath could be right outside.
They actually can watch it now. They've come up with like new ones that you can watch on Amazon. And there's one that I was watching where he was talking about like his wife who disappeared, and I was like, this bro, like he killed her. There's no way he did. Like, do you see the way he's speaking about her?
Yep.
And like he's just like dead-eyed. And yeah, I was like, there's no way.
Now,
he's like, my life got better when she left.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, like she lived to make my life miserable.
Yeah.
And then her leaving made my life miserable. And now I'm better with that. I was like, yeah, because you killed her.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's just...
It's like TV drama. It's like TV drama. I love it. What do you guys think of shows like Ghost Adventures and Ghost Hunters?
I kind of love them. I'm not gonna lie.
I love when they do Halloween specials where it's a live thing, and I'm like, oh.
There's one show. I can't. It's not Taps. It's this other guy that's like a super bro, like a.
Oh yes, that's Ghost Adventures.
And all he does
I love that guy. He goes
into the ghost.
It's all shit.
And he talks shit.
It's like, you want to beat on women? You want to beat on women? Yeah. That episode was so good because he's like, oh, you want to beat on women? Come here. Come get me. What's up, bro? Oh, it scratched me.
Another one of my like all-time favorite shows, and I'm actually in the process of rewatching it, is Supernatural.
I haven't seen the last season, the most recent season.
It's so good. And what I forgot was actually how terrifying the show used to be. The first 4 seasons, 2 to 4 seasons, are so creepy
because there was fact stories, actual myth stories that were true, like the Wendigo. Yeah,
Wendigos, the woman in white. It covered a lot of folklore, and doing your own fears. They had the clown episode. Like one of the boys I can't remember which one it was, is terrified of clowns.
Oh, Sam. Sam is terrified.
Yeah, and they did a whole clown episode, and it's actually, if you want to just watch the show, watch the first 5 seasons if you haven't seen it, because that's where the show was supposed to end.
Yeah, because then after that, it dives into the main story a lot.
It goes a lot different. But this, they did this is from the Bloody Mary episode.
Oh, jeez, that looks gory for CW.
Dude, this show, give it a shot. I didn't for the first 3 seasons. So I was like, whatever. They're like the 2 pretty boys from other CW shows. No, this show is phenomenal.
No, they look like cool actors. The only daunting thing for me, which is why I haven't started Doctor Who, is it's 10 seasons in.
Well, it's 13.
Oh my god, yeah.
But it's worth it, though.
It's absolutely worth it.
And isn't it the longest running show on CW right now?
Yes, it is. It's about to start 13. The last one was Smallville, and that ended with 10. But I tell people just watch the first 5. 5 is way less daunting sounding. Yeah. And that's where the original show was supposed to end. And then it just kept going because it was so popular.
It's amazing how popular this show is.
I mean, it has its funny moments, and then it's hardcore moments and sad moments. I love the Lucky Rabbit episode. The Lucky Rabbit foot, and that was just goofy. And they have all
They have
these.
a really great Halloween episode where it goes black and white, and they're actually in all the old Universal horror monster movies. It's one of my favorite Halloween episodes of a TV show.
Or the episode where they actually break the fourth wall.
Yeah, where it's all meta, and they're like they actually hate each other in
It
real
gets
life.
super meta. I love it.
Do they have a musical episode yet?
They actually
Yes,
did.
they do.
Last season was-
They've covered it all.
But the way they did it was so. Eventually, the boys have like fan fiction written about them. They're like, "What are you talking about?" Like they have all these books that people are writing, and they're like, "These are our lives. Like this isn't like this is what actually happened." And so, because of those books, they have a huge fandom also in the series, and it was a high school that put on a musical production about.
Wasn't it a middle school? Because those girls.
Was it a middle
I think
school?
it was a middle school.
It was a school.
Yeah, it was a school period. Yeah,
Yeah. I thought it was high school that put on a musical show about them, and that's
Yeah.
how they did their musical episode.
And then there's that whole gay vibe. That gay
my
vibe.
God.
It's just hilarious. It's funny because you really dive into it, and you
It's so good.
like you learn like all the little funny stuff, the fan fiction, how Sam's scared of like that weird relationship Dean has with his car. Like
But
you
I love
learn stuff like that.
I mean, I love my car. It's fine. But yeah,
But you
it's a
call
great
it,
show.
but you call it baby.
I don't call it baby. I call
Baby.
it Dragon.
Baby.
Do you think the audience will be like, "Hey guys, why didn't you mention Buffy the Vampire Slayer?"
I mean, yeah. I mean, for whatever reason, I don't throw that into the horror genre
Yeah.
of television, but it absolutely is.
It's still in there. I mean, there's certain shows I don't consider horror, but they're still there.
they're classified,
like Bates Motel. Like I think that's more of a thriller than an actual.
Yes. And
Like
I mean, yeah,
horror.
Buffy has vampires and things like that, but it is a horror show. I just don't, for whatever reason, my brain doesn't put it there.
I think the first couple seasons can be classified as a horror. Mm-hmm. But as it goes on, it's like a drama.
It's a drama, but happens to have supernaturally kind of things thrown in it. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a genre in itself, supernatural, fantasy.
Fantasy, yeah. But Buffy is one of my favorite shows of all time. I go back and rewatch that all the time because it's
I'm on
so
season 7.
good.
Yeah.
So good.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
Really?
Long time.
Yeah. It's so great.
Yeah, and then it had a spin-off to Angels, right?
Angel
was a spin-off.
Which I
One.
stopped watching.
They're just
because
one
I got
Angel.
real angry.
Why?
in the Buffy and Angel, when that episode when that crossed over.
Oh my god!
Right? You know
I
exactly
remember
what
you
I'm
or
talking
something like
about.
that. Yes.
Where like she went because she needed help with the demon, and he went, and like they were gonna be together forever. And then in order to defeat the demon, he had to go back in time, and they were never gonna be together, but he would remember it always. And like when they're together, and he's telling her that this is about to happen, that she's not gonna
so
remember as soon as the clock
good.
strikes midnight in 3 minutes. Like I just like lose it, and I'm not a crier, but I love Buffy and Angel together.
Yes.
Angel
am
forever.
A Bengal
That
fan.
that reminds me of Spider-Man. Because Spider-Man does the same thing.
Ugh, which is why I stopped reading Spider-Man. I'm sorry. That's a whole nother, I can go into it.
I don't think you compare Spider-Man.
No,
and
that
Buffy
that
Angel.
story part.
That's,
that
that's
story
exactly
part.
what happens, though.
Yeah, 'cause
Mephisto tells him you can choose Aunt May or you can choose Mary Jane.
Oh, I remember that.
And what's even
And
more.
he chooses Aunt May, who's 105.
No,
Well, the thing is,
but
well, I mean, the thing is,
Mary.
Mary Jane was still gonna be alive. The fucked up
But
part
they would
was,
never be together, but they'd always feel something was
but the
missing.
fucked up part was that Mephisto was in the form of his would have been daughter. That little girl body that he was like possessing, that would have been their daughter. He tells him, "Oh, by the way, now that you made this deal, hey, I'm your daughter. This is how your daughter would have looked like. Oh, you're screwed. Sucks."
I know. I never watched X-Files or anything. I feel like that was a little bit before my time.
What about Twilight?
Oh,
Never
I
went
loved
back.
X-Files.
Never went back to watch it. I didn't really watch Twilight Zone.
Really? You should watch Twilight Zone.
Classic or the remake
classic.
one? Yeah, the classic one. I watched all of them. They were great. The
They were
Gremlin
amazing.
one with William Shatner.
Yeah.
Not the remake?
No, the original one where William Shatner was on a plane and there was a gremlin outside. It's super famous. I mean, they even spoofed it in Simpsons. I didn't know. Where he's paranoid. He's like, "There's a gremlin on the wing of the plane. How does nobody
yes.
how nobody's not see this?" And like,
Yes, I know what
he
you're
goes
talking
crazy in the plane and.
No.
about. I know what you're talking about.
What about American Horror Story?
That's what I was about to. I was actually about to.
Yeah.
I was like, or go with the most modern one. Besides, like, I guess, would you throw Walking Dead as like a horror TV show?
It is.
But it's a show more about people than it is about the horror.
Yeah, I mean, like
it's horrific conditions, which, we've had Joe say. Go ahead. We've had Joe say he doesn't consider it to be a horror film because of certain elements. But it's classified as a horror film. It's got horrific elements in it.
Right. It's a coming of age story told with a horror through a horror film.
it's like a mixed genre thing.
So is that the same kind of stipulations we're going to put for The Walking Dead as well.
Yeah, because
like we do on Buffy.
yeah, because I mean, like the
zombies.
comic does that. It's like at one point, it's not about the zombies anymore. It's about
It's never
the
been
people.
about the zombies.
It's never
always
been about
the people.
Yeah, I mean, but kind of like you lose what it's supposed to be.
Right.
So I wouldn't call it so much as a horror, but it's there. It is. It's considered a horror.
American Horror Story, I think the first season is the best season they've ever had.
Yes,
In my
I believe
opinion.
so. I mean,
That season scared me.
Let's see.
Like when they're in the attic and that little creature comes out, like
Yeah.
freaked out.
That was a good one.
the first,
good.
it was twisted. I loved it. The whole idea of like the gimp suit and like her thinking it's a husband and it's actually the kid who's a ghost.
Yeah. Spoiler.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched it,
I know.
it's your fault. It's your fault.
I just felt like that
it's
season had so many twists and turns that I didn't see coming.
Yeah.
And I also thought it was so scary. I just absolutely loved it. Then you have like season 2 where they
The
go
Asylum.
the asylum, which I actually really liked it.
hated Asylum. The ending was what ruined it.
Yeah. Wait. How did
They basically did what like happened
Spoiler
with if you haven't watched it, well, forget
I know,
it.
we're like
It's
seven
like
seasons.
they basically did what the Knowing did. It's like, oh shit, this is crazy, and at the end, aliens. Oh well.
Oh,
well,
okay,
fuck
yeah,
this.
yeah,
Well,
to show
fuck
his
this.
wife or
Completely
something.
ruined the story. Oh, fuck
It was
this.
weird.
It was like
Aliens came
aliens.
out of nowhere,
Are
but
you
that's
kidding
Super
me?
Boring.
Then the third one was
Kevin. Which I thought was so good halfway through,
Which-
and then it
Yes.
got so bad.
Yes,
Coven,
I
the
did.
one with all the witches.
Oh,
But that's when they got Angela Bassett. That's when they got Kathy Bates.
Yeah.
Like those two characters in the show were so phenomenal, and I was like, I wanted more of them. And
Yeah.
like the whole thing was like, who's the next Supreme? And I'm like, cool, we can do
No
that
one
for like 4 episodes.
cares.
No, we're gonna do that the whole time.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was a whole like audience. Who do you think's gonna be the next?
I just
Supreme?
don't.
it was like a weird. At that, it reminded me of like Harry Potter at some point. It's like
They
Harry
got
Potter
Gabrielle
spin-off.
Sidibe at that point. They had like the bull with the head
Dude,
thing. Like,
the bullet part was so amazing and awesome. Like I was like, this looks awesome.
Yeah,
Is it gonna come back? And no, it's still about a bunch of witches.
They went wrong. 2 reasons.
Evan Peters was a zombie.
Evan Peters was a zombie. They essentially killed his character in the first episode. Evan Peters and Jessica Lange. Without those two, the show would die. And number 2, Gabrielle Sidibe was the worst actress on there. I'm not buying what she's selling. And I know there was a lot of people at the time who disagreed with me, but I just thought that was terrible.
I agree with you. So much fun. I agree.
Yeah, that's probably my least favorite season. Least favorite season.
Yeah. And then we had the carnival one
And
that
then
was
they brought
nice,
it
right?
back with the carnival. They improved a little bit with the
bit.
carnival because that clown was
Twisty
epic. It was
so scary.
like
That was-
they really brought back the whole idea of being scared of like a clown again because like it's been a while since we had it.
Yeah.
It's been a while since Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I
Right.
mean, we haven't seen.
You really need to-
Oh yeah, I love that movie. I love
The
Killer
clown episode
Clowns.
of Supernatural was like season 3,
Yeah,
4.
but we haven't had an iconic like clown in a while until he came out, and then after that, it's like that's one of the biggest cosplays I saw at Kamikaze
Yeah.
that year, and that was that clown, just people walking around, and it was amazing. It was awesome. I
So
loved it.
creepy.
Also, we were introduced to the actor.
Finn
I
Witwer.
met him. Yes, and I met him. He's
God,
the
he's
sweetest
great.
angel. But he was so damn good.
Yeah.
in that role.
Finn Witwer. He's the guy who then took over for Twisty when.
Oh yes,
Yeah, the spoiled rich.
the spoiled rich kid.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted him to die so
Yeah.
bad. I hated him.
I didn't. I actually
But he was
didn't
awesome.
make it through the rest of the carnival season. I kind of fell off because I felt the show fell off real hard. Like it did
yeah.
halfway through Coven. I was like, can we stop?
Yeah.
And then we get into Hotel was next, right?
Hotel,
Which
was
I
like-
stopped watching. The best episode for me
Yeah.
in that was the one they got when they got like a big orgy in the opening scene. Let's do this.
That season went like. It was very gratuitous, I think, because they
Agreed.
were like very heavy
Yeah.
with the sex and the gore.
And they were avoiding the name, calling themselves vampires. They completely avoided
Yeah,
calling
using
themselves
the
vampires.
words.
We know they were vampires. Just say
They just didn't
vampire.
need to say the word. It's like saying walkers instead of zombies. We know that they're zombies, and they call them walkers to make themselves feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the whole like drama with what's his face and his wife. I was like,
I just didn't care.
Not feeling it.
But I love that actor too because he was in Carnival with the guy with the thing.
Wes
behind his
Bentley,
head.
yeah.
Wes Bentley. Mm-hmm. He had he was the guy that showed up that had the creature on the back of his head.
Oh yeah.
Which I looked up and that was a real thing. That's one thing I do like about this series is Ryan Murphy does stick true to what he's telling.
Uh-huh.
So in Carnival there was the lobster guy, there was the dude with the
Oh, yeah,
face
they
on the
were
back
all
of his
based
head.
off
all
of
those things. They're
real
based off of real
ones.
characters. So I think that's one fun thing that he does too.
And then the next was I can never pronounce this. Renoki.
Roanoke.
Yeah.
It's in Virginia. It's cool.
I fell off after episode 3. Number 1, and this was from the OJ show too. What happened to Cuba Gooding Jr.? He's a bad actor.
I loved him in radio.
But that was like 20 years ago. But what happened to him? Like the OJ, he was by far the weakest link there. And this one, he was way over dramatic too. It was way over the top. I didn't believe anything he did.
I actually really liked the way that the device that they were using to tell the story. I liked that it took the documentary reality TV route. Like I was watching I Survived or something like that, you know, with and having the reenactments be there. That's what I did. The only reason I stopped watching is because my roommate, who I watch a ton of television with, she didn't like it. So then other shows that we watch together take precedent. And I'm going to finish it because I actually really liked it.
Well,
the half of the season that I
never started watching that one. I kind of the Vampire Hotel thing kind of ruined it for me.
Yeah.
But I'm going to end up watching. I'm going to end up watching.
And now we have Cult. Which I actually haven't started watching. Have you started watching it? I think I'm going to wait because I want to binge it. I feel like American Horror Story is a really good binging show.
Yeah.
I feel like they're running out of
ideas.
Topics,
this is what
possibly.
happens with Ryan Murphy shows. Yeah. I want to be on Ryan Murphy shows because I love them. But this happened with Nip Tuck. Yeah. And then this happened with Glee. This happened with Popular. Like, once they kind of run out of ideas, they kind of beat the dead horse a little bit. Yeah. And that's...
I had a conversation with one of my friends about it, and we were trying to guess what would the next topic be, and this was before we found out about the cult. And I was like, I was like, aliens would be a good one, but then again, they kind of ruined that with Asylum. But
they never answered with Asylum. It just kind of touched on it a little. Yeah.
But then she brought up a good one, which was it really hit me, and she was like, how about a Mexican themed one, kind of like La Llorona, La Chupacabra, because the thing is Hispanic, Mexican, we really love that kind of stuff.
Mexican, Asian,
oh my God,
and also Asian too, because Asians have a lot of different demons in their in their stories and myth. Yes, the whole seeing incubuses,
right?
Huh?
La Llorona and El Cocuy, they're the same.
No.
They're different? Okay.
Completely different. Llorona is supposed to be based on a real story.
Right.
But yeah, and then there's the Asian one where it's succubuses and incubuses. Those, that's the kind of stuff I want to see when it turns more into ethnical background stories, because every ethnicity has a different kind of mythology of horror.
Right. Oh, we should do an episode on that where we explore cultural horror.
Cultural horror.
Yeah.
Because there's so many stories out there.
Yeah. She'd be like, "Oh, Cocui's gonna eat your toes if you're not good at it." That's how
I got the Chupacabra story. But yeah, so there are a lot of different shows out there. Walking Dead, maybe I'll eventually get back to. I dropped off after the mid-season finale. American Horror Story, I will get back to.
Yeah.
And the classic Tales of the Crypt is not on TV, not on.
And they were
streaming,
talking about bringing it back, and then it died again
with M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, and now it's dead. Which makes me sad.
I heard The Strain is really, really good.
Oh, yeah.
And I still haven't watched that.
Very good.
I still haven't watched it, but I heard it. And plus, I love Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
That guy is epic, amazing,
great for
he's
credit.
really running he's really giving a good name to Mexicans right now. Guy's amazing.
Yeah, he's really awesome. What are some of your favorite horror TV shows that go back to whenever?
Let us know in the comments,
and we will discuss
below.
Yes,
at length.
We will.
Do you disagree that Horror Story has fallen off, has jumped the shark a little bit? Let me know.
Let us know. And so we're going to close out the episode with what I like to call the Horror Picture Show #challenge.
I'm ready.
So what we're going to do from now until the end of the series is we're going to have a challenge, which will be announced. And then the winner of that challenge will be crowned the Scream Queen or the Scream King, depending on who the hosts are that week of the challenge, or of the episode, until the next one.
Ready.
So you hold the title until the next episode. If you can't hold it, you can't hold it. And I'll make a nice creepy crown for you guys.
I like it.
So you're I want to wear that crown. And so we're going to do a trivia challenge.
Okay.
One of our producers.
Well, that's why we have buzzers.
Yeah. One of our producers from Hashtag has sent our segment producer for this show a set of questions. So there are 15 questions.
Hold on, should we hit our buttons so that they know what we sound like and who's first?
Yeah, go ahead, Sarah. Yeah!
So we know, so then they can be like, you were first.
So we know now. So at the end of the 15 questions, whoever has the most wins.
I'm gonna lose.
All right, so Jazzer's gonna hit us with the first question. So it's multiple choice, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes. Okay.
All right, question 1. Who is the killer in Friday the 13th?
How are we gonna know?
I think it was Ernie, right? Well, someone has to watch.
I heard the doorbell first.
The doorbell. That's me. The mother,
Her
Mrs.
name.
Voorhees.
What's her name?
Mrs. Voorhees.
Uh-oh.
So your choices are Jason Voorhees,
No.
Alice Hardy,
This is multiple choice.
Pamela Voorhees.
Pamela Voorhees.
Shove it in. I got 3.
All right.
I didn't even know this was multiple choice.
It's multiple
It's
choice.
yeah. So let me finish the question first. Before you-
Okay, we'll wait till the
Yeah.
multiple choices.
All right.
That's
So
fine.
I like
are we
buttons.
Do I have point number 1?
Okay.
I like buttons.
Wait, do I have point number 1 or we
We
just
should,
gonna start
we
again?
should split the point.
Yeah.
And we'll start again. There's 15 questions.
We'll skip that. So there'll be 14 questions.
Okay.
All right. Question 2. Halloween H2O features a cast member from Psycho. Who is it? Is it A. Anthony Perkins, B. Jamie Lee Curtis, C. Norman Bates, or D. Janet Leigh?
Josh, you're gonna have to stand here and watch us.
I kind of heard her. You. I kind of heard
Go
you
for it.
first.
Janet Leigh.
Janet Leigh is correct.
I love this little game show thing. It's correct.
All right, number 3. What snack is Tallahassee searching for in Zombieland? You're not gonna let me finish. All right, go ahead. What's the answer, Ernie?
It's a Twinkie.
You are correct.
I wouldn't have done that. Yeah.
Come on, because I like if I were to be in a zombie apocalypse, that would be me. I would be a zombie killing person.
Looking for
all the
Twinkies.
time.
Twinkie.
Yeah, like my mama said that I'll be good at something one day. Who knew it would have been killing zombies?
All right.
Oh my god.
Question 5.
All right. Question number 4. What is the name of the motel in Psycho? A. Bel Air Motel. All right, Migdalia.
The Bates Motel.
Correct.
I was like, are we not waiting for
I don't know. Ernie started it.
I was like,
Yeah,
wait, are we not
I
waiting
guess-
for all of the answers?
I guess if you know it, just
As
keep-
long as
Okay.
someone can accurately judge who went first. That's why I have Josh now.
Okay, that's why I didn't click it, because I thought we were listening for all the answers.
yeah, we were. We kind of want to win, so
Hey,
I
she,
thought-
like, when I was listening to my multiple choice, she swiped
She was
it.
being patient.
early birds get the
Whatever,
worm.
keep going.
Question 5. Halloween primarily takes.
Okay, you can't do that.
He's disqualified from this question. It's now me and
You
McDonald.
can't press your button.
Go ahead, answer the question.
Halloween.
Michael Myers.
No.
Sorry, you're out. Go ahead.
Halloween primarily takes place in which state? A. Ohio. B. Indiana.
Illinois.
You are correct.
That was close.
I was like, no.
Question 6. What is the name of the serial killer at the start of Child's Play?
Charles Lee Ray.
Let me give you the.
Was it wrong or was it right?
It was wrong. A. The Lakeshore Strangler. B. The Lincoln Park Loon. C. The North Shore Killer. Or D. The South Side Psycho. Ernie?
North Shore Killer.
No.
The last one.
Want me to read the answers again?
Yeah, sure.
A. The Lakeshore Strangler.
That one.
B. The Lincoln Park Loon.
No, I'm going A. I'm going with A.
You going with A?
Yeah.
Alright, Sarah's correct.
His real name is Charles Lee Ray.
But he said the name of the serial killer, not the name of the guy who's a serial killer.
That-
Whatever.
I didn't
So we
write these
have
questions.
1, 3, and 1?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ernie got one. Alright, number 7. What is the name of the hotel in The Shining? A. The Majestic. B. The Lenox. C. The Sierra. Or D. The Overlook.
The Overlook Hotel.
Correct.
It's on that piece of artwork I have.
Damn, I knew that.
Alright. Number 8. Who directed Saw? Is it A. Robert Rodriguez. B. Eli Roth. C. James Wan. Or D. Quentin Tarantino.
Sarah.
A.
Incorrect.
Eli Roth.
Incorrect.
James Wan, baby.
Migdalia got it.
I was just gonna guess.
I knew it was a lie.
I was like, I'm gonna guess.
I was like, you guys seriously don't know?
No, I don't know.
No, I was like going with the first one or that one.
I was like, one, I know it wasn't Robert Rodriguez because there was no zombies, and two, it was definitely not Tarantino because I didn't fall asleep during it. So hey,
Wow, shade.
that was
No, I feel
close.
like I don't like Tarantino either.
Question 9. What is the name of Ripley's cat in Alien? A. Mr. Boots, B. Garfield, C. Jonesy, or D. Orion?
Jonesy.
Correct.
I heard it. I was like, that's it.
Question 10. Ghostface mask in Scream is based on a painting by which famous artist?
That was you.
Who was it?
Scream.
By which artist?
Artist.
Picasso.
Because
Ernie.
She gets the answer.
oh, she got it wrong.
Both wrong anyway.
Ernie, who? Do you want me to?
No, he said Picasso.
So
Incorrect.
please give me the answer.
Incorrect.
Let me have the multiple choice, please.
You want the? Okay. Hold on.
You're not using
Take
the
your hands
button,
off
so
the
hey.
buzzer.
The buzzer.
You guys are both out.
No.
I'm gonna murder these names. A. Eodard Manet.
No.
B. Andy Warhol. C. Edvard Munch. D. Claude Monet.
Monet.
Which Monet? There's 2 Monet options you have.
He just gave me one.
No, the other one's Manet.
Manet.
Manet. There's Manet.
So did you say Monet?
Monet.
That is incorrect.
Damn.
Manet.
No.
Matinee.
That one goes to nobody.
Is
It's
it Warhol?
Edvard Munch.
Oh,
Number
no. Down on
11.
that one.
Number 11.
Damn.
The Ring is originally based on a 1998 horror movie. From which country? A.
Sarah.
Japan.
Correct.
Damn.
We have
like-
3 now?
A 3.
3, 4, and
One.
1.
All right.
I knew I was gonna lose.
I'm ready.
Number 12. How many Friday the 13th movies are there?
Ooh.
A. 7. B. 12. C. 9. Or D. 5.
12.
Correct.
Oh, that was like.
I knew there was at least 10. I knew there was at least 10.
We're
So all the other numbers were that had to be the answer.
Because then, like, there's like Jason X,
Yeah, that's how I was done. Jason X is the last one I
and then
heard.
Freddy versus Jason. Does that count as Friday the 13th?
Question number 13.
Ready.
In A Nightmare on Elm Street, Nancy runs up a flight of squishy stairs. What substance did the special effects crew use to make the look squishy?
I think I read this.
Wait.
Oh, there was multiple choice answers.
You did it. You did it.
What was your answer?
Oatmeal.
For that one? No. So A. Okay.
Jello.
No.
Wow.
Okay.
I was gonna stab at the dark. I don't care.
Want me to read that?
Yes.
Okay. A. Glue. B. Pudding. C. Biscuit. Or D. Oatmeal.
Go with pudding.
Incorrect.
Oh.
It was Bisquick. Yeah.
Dang, that's cool.
What?
Yeah.
Quick.
The hell is that?
It's to make pancakes.
Or biscuits.
Josh would get this one, but
I'm ready.
what is the name of the electronics store Sean works at in Shaun of the Dead? A. Kruger, B. Best Buy, C. Forery, or D. Target?
See what?
Target.
Forery?
C.
I
Correct.
don't even know what it's called.
Oh yeah, I guessed. Oh,
I
I've been
didn't
guessing
know
all
what
of
Jezzer
this.
said
Is that the
either.
last one?
No, we have one more question.
Oh, we're tied.
Yeah, so you guys are tied right now?
Alright. Yeah.
Alright, so for number 15, name the radio station Glenn listens to in A Nightmare on Elm Street. A. KACL, B. KZYZ, C. KROC, or D. KRGR?
Oh,
B.
Incorrect.
KRGR.
Did you ring it?
Yeah, she did.
Yes.
She did it
You're
right after
correct.
me.
In case you didn't ring it, I'm just saying.
Does this mean I won?
You did.
Does this mean I won?
By 1 point.
Ah, I'm the Scream Queen.
She wrote all the questions.
Nuh-uh, Junior did, and I said send them directly to Jezzer. Don't send them to me. Don't CC me. But no, that was really
fun.
close.
I was real into it.
Yeah.
I was just guessing my ass off.
What are you doing here? Get back to your asylum.
I like certain things, and
All right,
I don't like
we have to
trivia.
return Ernie to the hospital now. The visiting hours are over. So So, thank you guys for joining us on our very first episode of that hashtag Horror Picture Show.
Can we stop at McDonald's?
We have to ask your doctor, sweetie. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. We'll give you your medicine. Sarah, where can we see you next?
You can find me on the next episode of that hashtag horror picture show.
We'll get it. Hashtag horror
That
picture
hashtag
show.
horror picture show. I'll also be doing Gingerdale when that starts October 11th. It's a Wednesday, and then I will be doing the CW DC show after show once all those shows start back up as well.
Ah, yes, the fall season is upon us. I am regularly on hashtag After Dark. I will be here Tuesday nights after Achievement Unlocked for hashtag Horror Picture Show. Also, I will be on the Marvel Show Saturday afternoon.
I really don't know. I suppose
You'll be on the CW after show with me.
They're supposed to let me out,
Yeah,
but I don't know
live shows
when.
in the hospital.
I put in the time request.
Okay.
But like, I know I'm supposed to do some like DC thing, and then there's like anime thing,
His DC therapy.
and then there's
Harley
this,
Quinn.
then there's this thing. Harley.
But yes, thank you guys for joining us, and please
Make a
return.
new one.
Please return because we are going to have some cool Halloween stuff for you, crafts and tastings again.
All that
and
good stuff.
All that good stuff and decor, and we're going to have some fun here. Scary stories. We're going to get into that because Joe wants to do some kind
Tell
of
in the Dark.
Ouija board
Oh,
thing.
Tell in the Dark is another great show.
What?
Sorry.
Tales of the Dark?
Are you afraid of the dark?
Oh, yeah. Are you afraid of the dark?
Hey, Goosebumps.
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 Classic
Forever.
shows. Classic kids.
More good
shows.
shows.
But yes, like and subscribe to this channel to keep up to date with everything trending
Hey,
in geek pop culture. Happy Halloween!